Hi, I'm Scott.
And I'm Michelle, and we are the owners of the Main Street Mouse.
And this is the Main Street Mouse Weekly Podcast, show number 206 for October 27th, 2025.
For your safety, remain seated with the doors closed, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside while the tram is moving. And supervise your children.
Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion.
'Cause this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness!
Soar into tower. We are ready for takeoff.
Dead men tell no tale.
I know not who you are, nor how I came to find you. But may I just say, Aye.
Come on, everybody. Here we go!
It reeks of children. It is a prison for children. Oh.
Welcome to high school hell. I'm your host, Boris Karloff Jr.
I'm late.
It's time to meet our three contestants. Sarah, Mary, and Winifred Sanderson. Read any good spell books lately?
Entrance.
Hello, everybody out there.
Happy Halloween week.
Happy Halloween, yes.
Finally. We've been celebrating Halloween here in Florida since August. So, yeah, happy Halloween.
Just wanted to throw a little something in there from our friend Omri from the movie Hocus Pocus from 1993.
That's right. It's so fun that we know these people. But anyway, I hope you guys are all doing well. Happy Monday. Again, it is Halloween week. And I know some are excited. I know I'm ready for November 1st, but I'm not going to be that person on the show. I will be all Halloweened out.
For this week.
Till
11:59 on Friday, your Halloween.
And it's over.
You can do all your decorating come Saturday morning, but not till then.
Oh my gosh, I know. Every year I have a deal with my family that they make me wait till Halloween. Yeah.
You already have a tree up. It's a black tree.
It's a black tree, and it has purple, green, and orange lights, and it's got a couple of different thingies on it.
Yeah.
But it's not Christmas tree. But I do have lights over the cabinets on both sides in our kitchen. So, I mean, it's going to be really great for you because you got lots of practice hanging them Halloween lights up
So
there.
now when I take them down, it'll be easy to replace them.
Right. You're just going to take down the purple and the orange, and you're going to be like, oh, my gosh, I'm just going to put all these sparkle lights up there.
Boy, I can't wait.
I know you can't, and I can't wait to supervise.
I'm sure you can. That's why I usually wait till you go take a shower or something, and then I do it as fast as I can.
Is that why?
So that way it's done. Are we ready to kick off the show?
We are, yeah.
A little small talk here. So we didn't do much last week. I don't know why. I guess we were just busy with a lot of stuff around the house last week.
Well, too, we were doing a lot of writing and doing different things behind the scenes. So a lot of times, I know when we're home, we're not just sitting around. We're always working. So.
And I know yesterday you teased out a picture on Lost Princess Apparel about some new products we've been working on.
This is true.
That we're actually physically we are making.
Yeah.
Products. We're not buying this and reselling it. We are actually making 3D. What are those called? Succulent.
Little oh my God, I can't talk. Like flower pots,
Little
but
flower pots.
but they're themed. Like I'm looking at 3 right now. We have a Death Star, we have Dumbo, and we have Baby Groot. And you're also making light up commemorative picture frames and boxes. Now these are things that Scott's been working on for quite some time, and I've kind of just pushed the issue, like be proud of your work and let's put it out. And he's been very, very hesitant.
I get very nervous when I'm doing something new like that because I worry somebody might not like it or somebody.
There's always going to be
I don't know why.
somebody.
I know there always will be. It's just in my head. It's like I want to make sure everything's perfect from the get.
But it all looks great, so you shouldn't feel that way. So go on Lost Princess Apparel's socials, and you can see
the plots.
The little succulent pots. We don't have the other stuff out yet, but you're working on building a site for
Yes.
this stuff.
And I just have to add the pots to the site, which shouldn't take me that long to do that. And then I have to add a few other details to some other stuff.
And you're working on other things.
And I'm working on other things like, oh gosh, what could I be working on? Home stuff.
Home? Are you?
Oh, that's a way to say it, isn't it?
Are you wanting to go home? Maybe.
I'm working on going home. We'll say it that way.
We'll say it like that. Those in the know.
Yeah, if you know what we're talking about or speculating about.
That's right.
But we have a meeting about going home tomorrow.
Yes.
So hopefully by next week's show, we should have a little bit more information to share about home.
Hopefully, we don't want to jinx anything.
No.
So, if you
cross prayers, good wishes, everything towards tomorrow.
That's right. Tomorrow is going to be an interesting day, hopefully. And no, we're not talking about going home to Michigan. Anyway.
Again, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
A little thing, the acronym, what home stands for, as most of you probably know, it stands for House of Mouse Expo.
You're supposed to let them guess.
I wanted to tell them. There might be people who've never heard of it.
Yeah, maybe. But I think our diehards have. So anyway, stay tuned for that also. We are working on all kinds of things and working hard for our audience, as always. Always. So, buckle up. Stay tuned.
Yeah, so we did get to go out with friends for breakfast on Saturday. So that was something we did do this past week.
We went to the Cracker Barrel.
The Cracker Barrel, which is always pretty decent.
And they have Christmas stuff up.
They did. They had Christmas. And I think Halloween might have already been.
They had a little section of Halloween.
Left.
But it's a Christmas wonderland in that store. I mean, there's like snow globes going off and lights, and there was like a little Santa like Ferris wheel thing going. And
I really want that singing reindeer because it looks like something you would find at Country Bear Jamboree.
Oh, the one that looks like a head that you just put. Oh, I don't like that.
You mount it on the wall and it sings. It's got 3 different Christmas songs it sings. And I think that's going to be my contribution to Christmas this year.
What?
I'm going to put that up somewhere.
I don't think so.
I want it.
No, because then if it's motion censored, every time like somebody walks in the door, this thing is reindeer is gonna sing, and it's a reindeer head, like a head on a plaque. So that does not scream Christmas to me.
He's got lights on his antlers.
Okay, and that's all fine and well. So he's festive, but still.
I'm gonna put it at Ava's level, so every time Ava walks by, it goes off.
What could possibly go wrong there? She already has issues, so let's make it worse.
That's true. And then this coming week, like we said, Friday is Halloween. And we will put out all our decorations on Friday.
Yeah, we are so lame. If you see the front of our house now, it is lame. But
I don't want to put out my good stuff until
right. You know, it's like last year we had said we put out all our Haunted Mansion stuff and got everything ready day of. And it worked out better that way because really it's what you need it for. And if you walk around our neighborhood, everybody's got their blow-ups and such.
And we don't have blow-ups, so I got to put out my singing bus.
Yes.
Which are cool, which we will get good video of that to share with everybody. And then I've got the hitchhiking ghost masks that I'll hang up. And then I have the stretching room banners, which I will put up.
Yeah, it's going to be a whole thing.
It becomes alive.
And the thing is you did this last year in 15 minutes.
I did.
I couldn't believe, like, by the time I was messing with the candy dishes and whatever else and setting up a table on the porch, you come back and I'm like, okay, what else? And you're like, it's done.
And you walked out there and you were shocked.
I was shocked.
And you liked it. You said it was good.
It looked great. And then our trick-or-treaters and parents, everyone commented about the stretching room and all that. So your 15 minutes of decor actually worked out very well. So I'm hoping we can duplicate that this year.
Easily, but we're going to add to it. So it's going to take me a little bit longer.
What about our singing Mickey Mouse? Are we going to put that on the porch?
I think we should put that, or put it on a little table maybe in the front yard somewhere.
It's big.
No, I know, but to elevate it. I'm already going to have one table out there for the singing bus.
Okay.
And then I need a small table for the projections of that. So it's going to be a whole thing. Friday, I'm going to be busy.
You know what? I didn't realize you were going to add all to it. Why can't we just plug Mickey in on the porch?
Okay, fine. We can plug him in, but I got a lot of other work to do.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, so you guys hopefully saw a while ago the demonstration video I did of the dancing 4-foot Mickey Mouse mummy that the nice folks at Lowe's sent me. So we still have that guy, and he is in our kitchen/living room, and he's been there for 2 months, like
on a box sitting there
on a box with a tablecloth over him.
That looks good.
However, we don't have it turned on. otherwise, every time we walk past it, it would sing the Monster Mash. And it's not like a quick Monster Mash. You think he's done, and then he keeps going.
Yeah, it's like a whole probably chorus of the song.
Yeah, and he dances. And I mean, it's cute and all, but you can't hear that every time you walk in the kitchen.
We're going to get so tired of it on Friday as everybody walks past it.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's not any good if it's just sitting there. We got to have him doing the Monster Mash.
When they come up to get candy, maybe Mickey will start doing something. We'll figure it out.
Scare the little kids.
Hey, it's Mickey, though. It's not
It is.
scary.
He's not scary.
Not at all.
Not yet.
What are
Maybe
you going to do to him?
I'm going to do something to make him scary.
Put a butcher knife in his hand.
Put his butcher knife. It's going to be like a Halloween Friday the 13th.
Like demented mummy Mickey is
Yeah,
going
he's
to
coming
get
after
you,
He's gonna get your
and
candy.
yeah, don't take more than what we give you. Otherwise, Mickey is going to step off that pedestal.
Ooh, that's right.
Listen to me. I can come up
I
with
know,
a
look
story
at
like
that.
that.
You're going to scare every kid in
I
our
could keep
neighborhood.
going too because I'm good at stories.
And then the parents would be like, "Why'd you give my kid nightmares about Mickey Mouse? We don't go to Disney anymore. Why would you do that?" But we're going to talk a little bit more about some Halloween stuff later in the show.
We are.
Instead of our normal question period, we're going to talk about a little about Halloween. Michelle's got some fun facts about Disney and Halloween, so we're going to talk about, or haunted, I should say, Disney facts.
I did pull up some fun facts.
So we'll talk about that later. But let's go ahead. So we've got a couple media events coming up next week. We have the Zootopia Better Zoogether media preview on the 3rd.
Yes.
And then on November 5th, we're going over to King's
Bowling
Entertainment Center over on iDrive. They've invited us to come out and check out their facility, and they've got a whole thing set up for us to do while we're there and check out everything they offer. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah, like we mentioned before, it's like bigger Splitsville.
Yes.
And they have like the food and all that good stuff.
And they have a lot of stuff to do. It's not just bowling. They have games. They have pool tables. They have all kinds of stuff over there to do. So it's definitely an entertainment venue.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that because, of course, we will put that all over our socials, especially stories, because it's easy for me to just bang those out like boom, boom, boom.
Which I'm sure you will do.
I will do that.
Okay. So just going to run through the news real quick. Got quite a bit of news stories here. So if there's anything you want to elaborate on, we can stop and talk about it. If any of you hear something and you want to learn more about it, in the show notes, all these stories are hyperlinked, so you can click on any one of them, go to the Main Street Mouse, and finish reading and learn all about what we're talking about.
I'm going to guess I will have interjections.
I'm going to guess you will also.
Okay, go ahead.
Usually you do, so I'm going to guess you will. Okay, first one, new characters at Disney's Jollywood Nights.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So who are we getting new? Do you
Bing bong, bing bong.
Bing bong, bing bong. Which he's always been a California Adventure character.
Yeah, because of Pixar Pier, I believe.
Yes. So it'll be kind of cool to have him here.
Right.
As something, and I'm sure there'll be other characters besides him being there, but they get some really good characters at Jollywood.
They do. Oh, you didn't mention Partysaurus Rex,
Oh,
which, okay,
yeah.
so sidebar already.
Okay.
Okay, so Partysaurus Rex is known for the H2O Glow Nights
Right.
over at Typhoon Lagoon.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
So, being that he's been all beachy themed for as long as he's been around, as far as, whatever, I always assume, like, when I hear Partysaurus Rex, I think of water park.
Okay. Yeah, that's
is that fair?
No, that's fair. I always think of somebody who can't pick up the check because they had short arms.
Okay, well, I don't think that's it either. So somehow, some way, he is going to be at a Christmas party. But okay.
Okay, I guess. Well, that will be interesting to see.
Wasn't there a third character?
I'm pulling up the article right now. We're having bad weather here, so it's taking a little bit longer for my computer.
The weather is so bad.
Oh, we
here.
have Miguel from Coco.
Right. There we go.
There as well.
Okay, I knew there was one I was forgetting.
Yeah, so that adds on to the plethora of characters they already have.
Yes. There's a lot. And I'm curious to see, there's new characters and there's some food, but there's nothing like major new this year.
Right.
But, and we talked about this, I think, a little bit last week. So the Muppets area was a big area for, they had stuff going on back there.
Right.
They had the photo op.
Yes.
So that is going to be closed. And the other fun photo spot was over in Animation Courtyard, which is also closed.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm really curious, being that they're missing two major spots of where things used to be.
Right.
Are they going to sprinkle characters like closer to each other? I know that I did read that the Villain Show and Little Mermaid will be open.
Okay.
So there will be walkways or whatever to go there. But what?
Well, I'm just wondering if there'll be any villains back there by the Villain Show outside of it.
Hey, you never know.
Because that would be the perfect place to have some villains where you can meet and greet with villains back there.
Yeah, because nobody walked back there last time. I mean, if you walk down to Tower of Terror, that's where they have their little soiree going on, and they have the expensive drinks and the
Right. And the band.
and the
plays.
band. Yeah. So and plus they have the projections up on the tower.
Yes.
But really, anybody who walked to the end of the street by Tower took a right
Right.
because that's where stuff was happening outside Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
I can't honestly say what was over to the left because we didn't go look, but as far as I remember, nothing was happening by Rock and Roller Coaster.
No, it was just the ride, I think, was back there, and their normal food booth, and their like.
Yeah, nothing special though.
So this year, I'm hoping they do something with the villains area being open and them making that announcement. I think they're gonna have to put something back there.
I would love to see something, but I guess that remains to be seen. It's just going to be like because they no, in fairness, I mean I'm a creature of habit, but it's only been around for 2 years.
Right.
This is the 3rd year, and the first 2 years were not identical. So like year 3 is probably going to look a lot, some different parts.
Oh yeah.
And then year 4, probably the same because, when you are maneuvering through a newer event, it's not like Magic Kingdom where their Christmas parade is the same.
Right.
There's-
It's been established.
It's all the same.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not knocking it because I love it. I love the fake snow. I love the music. I love the lights. I mean, sign me up. So I'm not knocking that. I'm
Right.
just saying that it's a like you said, well-established party. And
Yeah. Well, what I can say about Jollywood, so in 2 years of the parties, we've been to 3 parties. Because the first
True.
year we went to the first one and went to the last
Last
one.
one.
The first year, those were different parties.
they were.
I mean, yes, the shows are the same, but as far as the overall feel to the party and what was going on and happenings and things like that, because they had to make a lot of adjustments after that opening night,
So opening night was a hot mess express.
and it rained.
And it rained.
Yeah.
But, I guess my whole point is we'll see what happens this year. And I never like to, now mind you, me saying that there's areas that are closed, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying I'm going to be curious to see where they make up that space.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm really curious about where they'll do the special photo op, because I hope they continue that.
The video photo ops are the best, and we've done both, and I'm really curious to see what they do for year 3. But, yeah, we'll see.
We will see soon.
See you soon, yeah.
See you soon. Okay. Next, Lorcana dropped some new Disney villains cards that are coming out for Whispers in the Well. So if you're a Lorcana fan, you're gonna want to check that out because villain cards are always awesome to have. We put out a blog about the Silly Symphonies, the Skeleton Dance, which is probably one of my favorite shorts always because I love the music and the way they did the animation and stuff for that. So I put out a little explaining how it was put together and things like that.
A little information for
Little
you.
informational one, yes. Our House of Mouse guest 2 years in a row, Brett Iwin, had a new Expedition Mickey Mouse collection that he dropped. That'll be in the Disney parks. It's going to launch at Disneyland, then it's going to appear at Walt Disney World after that. But it looks really cool. It's a lot of good stuff that Brett's an artist by nature, so he created all this stuff, and they put it on he had clothing a few years back. I think.
And you wear the heck out of that green shirt you bought.
love
Oh my
that.
gosh.
That hoodie is the most comfortable hoodie I've ever had in my life, and I wear it all winter long here.
Now,
It's
mind
not
you,
too hot, but it's so baggy and comfy. I love it.
so Scott doesn't like to wear winter clothes. However, he makes a huge exception for this green sweatshirt thingy that he bought that Brett Iwin did. And I'm sure if you can get your hands on another piece, then you'll have 2 things to wear.
See, that's the problem is I have so many sweatshirts. And
I know
hoodies.
you do. And see, like, I wear my winter
Wear your-
stuff. You don't, because you don't get cold like most normal humans.
I wear my stuff in Michigan. We're there for the week for Christmas, so I take all 40 things and I change 4 times a day, so I get it all in before we leave.
No, he brings all his Michigan hoodies, like
Yeah.
your Lion stuff. You have that
Lions.
Red Wing sweatshirt that's really
Yeah,
cool.
I have my jerseys. I have my hockey jerseys. And I have my Lions jerseys. I have hoodies for both.
And he gets excited to wear all that stuff because it's not something that you normally do.
No, I have my Everybody vs. Detroit hoodie that I absolutely
You love that
I
hoodie.
do. I love wearing that one.
You like wearing it to Disney.
I love wearing it to Disney. 'cause
He
I
likes
get-
wearing his Detroit stuff to Disney because, and honestly, so we talked about this. I'm going to sidebar you for 1 second.
Okay.
We talked about this the other day in conversation, and I don't remember what we were talking about, but it is so funny because whenever we wear Detroit clothing at the parks, Scott gets a fist bump. high five, go Lions, go Detroit. I mean, it's so weird that the what's the word? Detroit
It's
is
represented.
it's represented, and Detroit has kind of been in the past few years looked at in a whole new light. So it's kind of being that we grew up there.
Right.
It's cool to see people get excited about our cities
Oh, yeah.
and our sports teams and all that.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I mean, I'll never forget. I think it was 2 years ago or last year. We were walking into the Magic Kingdom. We were at the turnstile scanning to get in, and I had my Jared Goff jersey on, and I heard a cast member probably 40 feet away from me. All I heard was, "Go Jared Goff!" or
Jared Goff.
He started doing the
Jared
chant,
Goff.
and it was just so cool that somebody like that just did that out of the blue. And I mean, he drew the attention of everybody there because he was screaming.
Yeah, and it's really cool. Like, I don't want to brag about our Lions, but they have been doing really well, and we're just proud to represent because Detroit finally has something to be proud of.
This was a bye week, so this week's killing me. I can't
Oh, I
wait
know.
for
No
this
football this week. Poor Scott. He was like, wah, wah.
Tigers were eliminated the week before from the playoffs, and then now the Lions are off this week, so it's killing me. So I'm waiting for next Sunday at 1:00 when we play Minnesota.
Okay, we'll see.
I will be glued to the television.
He will.
So next up, Universal Orlando announced new 2026 multi-day tickets, which also include Epic Universe. So they're giving a special package deal where you can get all their parks, including Epic now for 2026. They dropped that. Legoland announced their return of their holiday celebration beginning December 6th. You put out a blog about the filming locations of Hocus Pocus, which I know is something you put together a couple years ago, actually, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. So every year at Halloween, I've been really bad about this year because news has taken priority. But I love to look, and I do it for Christmas too. But Halloween, I like to find articles that are not news because I just don't like that, and something interesting for people that may or may not know. And in fairness, so a sidebar. So I did this article about the filming locations of Hocus Pocus, and this is not the first time because I want to say 5-6 years ago, we did the walking tour with our friend Bora, the Witch of Salem, and he did video for me of all the spots.
He did.
And you know, it's just crazy to me still. And that's why you played your little Hocus Pocus thing in the beginning. That even this many years later, it's such a phenomenon. And like you go to Salem, and I've seen videos. I haven't gone, but I've seen videos and stuff. And all people dressed like the Sanderson sisters, like all over the place, and it's super cool. And being that's one of my favorites, I love to write about certain things about it. And yeah, so if you go there, go to that website or go to that article, you can see the different places and that they really were places.
Yeah, they weren't film sets.
No.
In a studio lot. They filmed this actually in the city of Salem at different buildings throughout the city.
Some of it was a sound stage.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, see, I know things.
You do.
But some of it was not. So, like, you'll have to read it. But a lot of it, like the outdoor things, the old burial hill, you know, Max and Danny's house is really a house owned by somebody.
And they have a picture of their house hanging in the house.
Allison's house is the Ropes Mansion, which is like a museum type of historical spot. So it's not somebody's house. But anyway, there's all kinds of cool things. So if you are a Hocus Pocus fan, check it out.
Okay, sounds good. I may have to give that look out. So we had another drop about Jollywood Nights with their foodie guide. Holy cow.
Oh my gosh.
There is so much. I think there was 70 pictures in this article of the food and drink options.
It took you forever to put that article together. And I told you, I'm like, you don't have to put all of the photos.
I did because if I go to the article, I want to read everything about it. I don't want to have to just be teased and then have to go find something else.
You got to leave people want more.
I want more of this food because some of it looks phenomenal.
Okay, and just an honorary mention on the sugar cookie martini is back, and it has the little biscotti on it, and I've talked about it for 2 years, and I will talk about it for year 3.
And I think they changed the colors on it. It looked more colorful this year. I don't know why.
It's just the rim.
Yeah, it's just the rim, but I think it looks better this year.
It's so darn good.
You know, that's the only thing. That's the thing you look forward to the most at Jollywood, I think.
You know what though? Because it's a really good drink, and it's something that they don't have. And even though I don't really drink now because of my medication, but I probably would have one of those.
Well, it's a Disney drink, so it's not super strong.
I don't know. If you have a couple, you're going to be feeling good.
Yeah, if you have a couple, but you're not going to have a couple.
And oddly,
good.
Fun fact for those of you who like martinis, you take that biscotti, you dip it in the martini, and holy cannoli, that alcohol smacks you in the face. It's almost like it pulls all the alcohol out of it, and you taste it in the biscotti.
Oh.
So it's very, very strong. I don't advise it necessarily. It's kind of it. I don't know. I probably could
do it, but I'm not advising you to
I mean, you could do it if you want to. I mean, I'm not saying not to. I'm just saying it's very strong. And so my friend Holly, you know, she likes them too, and we tried them together, and I'm like, dip the biscotti. And she, who, you know, she's can drink too, and she even thought it was
strong that way.
Oh,
okay.
But anyway, back to the food. I'm so sorry. I totally derailed.
We've sidebarred a lot already.
I really love that martini. Go ahead.
I've never guessed.
It's really
So if anybody would like to give towards Michelle's Martini Fund.
Martini Fund. I think they're like $11 or $13 if you want to buy me one. Just one, though, because I can't handle more than that.
Hopefully nobody else, more than one person sends you.
Oh, my gosh. Good time, right?
That's funny. Anyway, next up, Lego Frozen Special arrives on Disney Plus as part of the Frozen Fan Fest. So it's the Frozen Lego short, I guess, they created. I don't know if it's a full length or if it's just a short, but it's a series about Frozen and Legos, which the Lego films and stuff are pretty cool. So I don't know. I probably won't watch it because it's Frozen because I just don't care.
I know you like Lego, but not Frozen.
I love Lego, but yeah, not the Frozen one. There's another Lego story down here below that we're going to talk about in a few minutes.
All right.
The Mickey Peppermint merch you found it at Disney Springs. Finally,
I did.
Finally caught on there. So if you recall, a couple weeks ago, we talked that one side was the Christmas merch that they did drop at the Springs. The other side of the front there was Jack Skellington, or Night Before Christmas. But now the Night Before Christmas has become the new Peppermint merchandise that was previously only at EPCOT. So now Disney Springs has a good assortment already.
In the front of the store, yeah. So, no, mind you, if you go on DisneyStore.com, you can see all of it.
Right.
But they do have more. I mean, is it anything to set the world on fire? No.
Not
I mean,
yet.
it's very it's minimal.
Yeah.
But we all know that all that Halloween stuff in the back is going to be flipped immediately, and it's going to be Christmas Wonderland, and I am here for it.
I'm sure they have it all back in the back area right
Oh, yeah,
now.
they have a plan. It's going to
Decoration
flip.
and everything. It's going to flip overnight and will become Christmas. A tree will go up in the center because I know the Christmas tree stroll, one of the trees is inside, or it was last year.
It was last year. I don't know about this year.
I do like that blue sweatshirt. I would never wear it because it's a sweatshirt.
Which one?
The blue one says Walt Disney World and has Christmas. It's it's the one you keep saying you like.
You like the peppermint sweatshirt?
I do like it. I would never wear it, but I like it.
But would you like me to wear it?
You could wear it.
Okay.
I like but I would want the Disneyland version.
You always want the Disneyland version.
I don't know. There's just something about the Disneyland font I like better than Walt
Disneyland font is really cool.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, so they have that, but they have, I know for a fact, because I've seen, there's going to be more sweatshirts and such too,
And I'm sure there'll be a baseball jersey. Because they've been doing baseball jerseys for every
But will they for the Christmas season because it's short-sleeved?
Unless they do another football jersey, which that's like 3/4 sleeve, or a hockey jersey. I wish they would do a Christmas hockey jersey. That would be kind of cool.
I haven't seen any jerseys as of yet in all the press material, but that doesn't mean
anything.
Because you go to the stores and sometimes you get surprised of different things.
And right now there's already like 3 or 4 jerseys I want at Disney.
He does. He wants all these.
Oh, I want the Maleficent one because it's really cool, and I want the Darth Vader one.
I know you want the Vader one. Christmas is coming. Ask Santa.
Christmas is coming, and in 2 articles or a couple articles or something there for Christmas as well. Anyway, going on. Our favorite pirate, Jack Sparrow, a.k.a. Johnny Depp, is going to be starring as Scrooge in Ebenezer A Christmas Carol. That's coming.
Yes. Now, mind you, this is Johnny Depp's first major blockbuster role since that whole mess a couple years ago with his ex-wife.
Yeah.
And fans were hoping that he could put that stuff behind him and start making the big pictures again.
I think this will show how much the fans are behind him.
You know what? The fans are. I mean, especially after he was, put in the clear and, and the guy does a lot of good. Like we've talked before, he goes to children's hospitals dressed as Captain Jack. He does a lot of donating to causes.
Yes.
So, Yeah, I'm really curious to see how everything comes out, but I can tell you factually that the fans are stoked about this because they're like, finally, he's
Right.
doing something
Exactly.
again.
And I still feel he's owed an apology.
He's owed an
Disney
apology.
and Universal need to apologize to him.
They do. And you know what? In my sidebar,
Again,
in my opinion, when you owe somebody an apology, just apologize.
just make it.
Just apologize. And you know, the thing is, it's so much easier to say I'm sorry than it is to drag stuff out, not say anything, start drama. Like, I feel like this whole mess with him could have been squashed a long time ago.
Could've been.
And they never should have did what they did in the first place back in like 18.
No,
So
they went by
what she
speculation.
said and speculation. So I don't want to get into all my court cases because I watch all that stuff, and I did watch that one every day. But I'm glad to see that he's going to be making movies again.
Definitely. It was funny the other day, though. Remember, we were talking when this came out, and then we mentioned about how he dresses as Captain Jack, goes to kids' hospitals. And what were we watching that same day? And I said, wouldn't it be something if he went dressed as Sweeney Todd?
Oh my God! So Sweeney Todd has been a lot, and I am gonna get on my soapbox for just a minute.
Oh boy,
that movie should not be on Freeform
it shouldn't be
because
it's too graphic.
it is graphic, and even like the TV version. Now, mind you, so it's he kills people in his barber chair, and the blood looks like Campbell's soup.
It does.
But even so, it's gross, and I hate the ending of this movie.
It is so sad.
It is so sad, and it's sad, and it's dark, and it's, and he kind of looks like Edward Scissorhands if he was in a worse situation.
Right.
But yeah, and oh. Yeah, come on, Freeform. And every time you put it on, I tell you, I don't like this movie. But yet,
I like the movie.
But you make me watch it.
I watch 90 Day Fiancé every Sunday night.
Okay, that's different.
So it makes us even.
All right, whatever.
Hey, I've only got one more week to go. Because they won't play that at Christmas.
No, I hope not.
They could. They could do a whole other version of it, but
let's hope not.
Marvel Studios announced the Fantastic Four First Steps will be streaming on Disney Plus beginning November 5th. So just over a week till that happens. This is what I was talking about, the other Christmas present I want.
I know, I did the article.
The Goonies Lego set is coming soon, and it is the ship, the pirate ship. And there's so many hidden Easter eggs throughout the ship that is just, I love Goonies. I have since it came out. It's always been a
classic
movie,
and it's one of those movies that has stood the test of time. Like
Back to the Future. I mean, it's similar as like that.
Yeah, and I think like Gen X and millennials, like we definitely know about the Goonies because when I was little, I watched that VHS tape.
Oh yeah.
Over and over and over and over until my mother was like, "Are we watching this again?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she probably didn't mind because it kept me quiet because I would get a snack, go in the basement, put on Goonies. I knew every word. And I think it's one of those things that it's generational. So when I put out the information for this Lego set, it did really well, and the hullabaloo online, people were excited.
Yes.
So I think it's really cool.
I love that Lego is starting to do more of these type of sets of classic things like that. So like I have the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
They just did the big Death Star drop, which is the Lego set I probably will never have.
Because $1,000.
$1,000. I want it, but I will never have it unless we become millionaires somehow.
So you'll never have it.
Yes, I'll never have it. But the Goonies one, this is one. And now there's other sets I've wanted for years now that I haven't gotten that are about the same price as this Goonies one. But I think I would buy the Goonie ones over any of those.
But you want that tower thing. You want the bugle.
The Avengers Tower, I don't even know if it's available anymore.
But you wanted it.
I wanted it, and I still want it, just because it's Avengers. And then I do want the Daily Bugle because I think it's a really cool set. But there's a Lego wish list I have on my Lego app because every year or so Lego puts out a thing like you could win your wish list.
Oh my gosh.
So I keep my wish list updated. If I get a set that's on it, I take it off there and put something else on. Just because that would be phenomenal. I think my wish list is at like $27,000 or something.
Well, they're not going to pick you. That's too much free stuff to give away.
You don't have to give me the whole thing. Just give me like the top 10.
Or give you even top 3 you would take.
Give me one. I'd be happy with one set. I haven't built the Lego set in so long. I want one so bad. Next up was we put out the stencils that you can actually carve your Disney inspired pumpkins for this coming Friday. There's some great stencils in there. We've actually used the stencils in the past to do our pumpkins.
We have. This is an updated version. And for the record, the Main Street Mouse, since almost the get, we did our own stencils that we had put out years and years ago. But I'm sure like that stuff probably doesn't work anymore. But these are updated, and I think that they're more like, aren't they like slats of light coming through things? Isn't it what you said?
Yeah, so this is the one. So you see those pumpkins where they blow me away every time you look at them, and you can tell they don't just cut the holes in the pumpkin and it creates a face on the pumpkin. These are actually art that people you somewhat carve a little bit, use different kind of tools and such to make it. There's actually a full PDF that they included in this thing that I put in the article that shows you how to do pumpkins the way they do them like this.
That's really cool.
It is. It's very cool. So if you want to check that out, there's a lot of stencils on there, a lot of cool ones. So check it out. The music competition show, Who's in the Band, is in works at ABC with Simon Cowell, Joe Jonas, Mel B, and K-pop Demon Hunter star Ray Amy. Is that how you say it?
I'm not sure. I'm not looking at it.
But that's a new show that's coming to ABC.
Right. It's I know it's been greenlit and ABC is said to be part of it. I know it's not, they're not giving you any details yet as far as like when and all that good stuff, but there is something coming.
And I'm excited for anything with Simon Cowell because the way he treats people and talks to them, I think is the
The way he treats people. Okay.
Now, wasn't Mel B and him both on that other show together, America's Got Talent?
Yes.
Something like that.
So Simon Cowell has been on a couple of different shows since American Idol. I personally loved him on American Idol.
Oh, he was the best.
And
The original.
Yes, and when he left, I kind of fell off.
Most people, I think, did.
Because when it was Randy Jackson, Paula Abdul, and Simon Cowell, those years were the best years.
They were the best, and that's when you got some of the best talent to ever come through there.
True, and then I kind of stopped watching. I mean, I tried.
Right.
But I feel like he made the show because, and you know what? He was snarky, but the snark came from a place like, this is how you can do better.
Right, he would get his jabs in there, but it was...
But he didn't like somebody walk up and say, you know what, your clothes are awful, your voice sucks, get out of here.
Kind of the way that they did on Psych when they made fun of it, and they had Tim Curry playing like...
Nigel St. Nigel.
And he would just be, you're horrible, just stop.
Okay, and so go look up the show Psych. The episode is called American Duos.
It's season 2, episode 1.
You will thank us later because it is funny. So go do that. Like, not right now because you're listening to the show, but later. Psych, season 2, American Duos. Watch it.
Yes, definitely, for sure. New Zootopia 2 merch came out, so you can take a peek at that. That dropped with that new film getting ready to drop. The coziest 2025 gift guide for matching your family pajamas came out. With all the different Disney-inspired pajamas, outfits, and stuff with Old Navy and such, they did it with.
Yeah.
So there's a lot in there. They actually had one set that came with a bandana that matched everything for your dog.
Okay, so like, I know our family has never done matching pajamas.
We never will.
Because you won't do it. But I could get a pair of jammies for me and Ava.
You could. You could do that.
But no, I like Christmas pajamas. I like Halloween pajamas. I just, yeah.
I think you have more Halloween and Christmas pajamas than you have regular ones.
Probably so.
And you only have a short time to wear those ones, and then you have the whole year to wear the rest.
Okay, so until Disney like jacked the prices so high, I used to get whatever the Halloween pajama was for the season, and then also the Christmas one.
Right.
But now they have different like variations that they're not what they used to be. They're like $60 for a pair of pajamas, which nobody's gonna see it. I'm not doing that.
You could buy something nicer that you can wear out in public.
Yeah, so they're working with Old Navy this year, which I found interesting, because earlier this year they had an Old Navy line for 4th of July.
Right, that's right.
So, so Old Navy is known for being reasonably priced.
Correct.
So some of the stuff at Old Navy, for like the Disney stuff, is not necessarily cheap.
No, because they got to pay the royalties on the merchandise back to Disney.
I mean, but Old Navy has run sales. I've already gotten like 50% off sale stuff, and it's not even November yet. So.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
In the last news story that came out today, exclusive Disney Store Japan and Shanghai Disneyland merch is coming out. So it's a lot of like the stuffed animals,
The
and
plush.
the plush, and there was like some ears and hats, and it's all stuff that they sell overseas that they're gonna make it available on DisneyStore.com, so you can get it over here. Because I know it used to be back in the day, people would see something from overseas and you could never get it unless you knew somebody
No.
going over there or you went on eBay or something like that. You never could get that merch.
I wish, as far as overseas, I always say that they get better stuff than we do. And while like plush is huge
Right.
over there.
Huge.
So, they do have some other really good merchandise, especially Tokyo Sea, where they have like the new Frozen Rapunzel and whatever Peter Pan. They had specialty merchandise just for that.
Right.
They have popcorn buckets and sippers that are way better than ours.
Well, that's where years ago I got you that Tangled Lantern bucket.
Yes, he
And that
got me
was-
the lantern, and it has a Pascal attached.
Yeah, I think that was from Tokyo, wasn't it?
I don't remember if it was Tokyo or Hong Kong.
It was one of the.
Might have been Hong Kong.
Might have been Hong Kong.
Because I remember I kept the bag for a while.
Because they sent it in a bag that would have been
From the park.
It was fantastic, and I actually bought it from somebody overseas, so I had to cost quite a bit to get that
I
bucket.
bet it did, and it's still on my dresser.
Still on the dresser, it's still in really good shape. So it was a cool thing that I surprised you with that you had no idea when they.
Yeah,
that
but they do get a lot of good stuff over there, and I'm hoping that more stuff will hit Disney Store, because I didn't write it up yet, but I did see that for the first time you can go on DisneyStore.com and get like popcorn buckets and a sipper.
Oh wow.
Uh-huh.
You know what? That's smart though, because that keeps the resellers from trying to upcharge and resell.
I'll tell you what, and they don't say it, but I'm a firm believer of it because I've seen all the craziness in the parks when it comes to buckets, sippers, different things. If they sell it online, that there's no reason for somebody to go buy and buy 20 buckets in line or whatever, and then people can't get it. This is a better way. Now, it's not all the buckets.
No, it's not all. But it's good.
But if you want a holiday bucket and you don't want to pay a shopper and their fees,
Triple the price.
yes, so you're going to be able to go on Disney Store. So check that out because I know a couple of them are there. I just didn't write it up today because I've had a horrible headache.
Do they send you popcorn with it?
No.
They should put they should get a deal with like Orville Redenbacher or Pop Secret and put a thing of
They could put a bag of popcorn.
microwave popcorn in there to ship it out.
Hey, you know what? I didn't look yet. Could be. I know that you don't get like a Diet Coke with the sipper.
See, they're missing out. If I got to pay what I pay in the parks, send me that stuff too. But no shopper's going to send you that anyway, so it doesn't really
I know they're not.
So that was all the news stories for the past week. So that brings us to our discussion, which is a continuation of the topic we started last week. So last week we started 5 things I would change at a specific park. Last week we did Magic Kingdom.
I forgot about that until just now.
And we were kind of mean.
I don't think we were mean. We were being not mean. Give me another word.
Harsh.
No. Constructive criticism.
There you go. I'm sure that's how it was taken. So this week we're going to do the 5 things I would change at EPCOT.
Oh boy.
The experimental prototype community of tomorrow.
Of tomorrow.
Which is like 12 years ago.
Okay, so are we going to ping pong it back and forth?
Ping pong, whatever
Ping
you want
pong,
to do.
ping pong.
Whatever you want to do. So you
All
go
right.
first.
Oh, crap. See, I wasn't ready because I forgot all about it.
Okay, so do you need me to go first?
How about you go first?
My first thing I do.
Oh, boy.
I am ripping out that nighttime show, and I am having them make Illuminations 2.0 a new globe, new screen, so they're even clearer because technology is a lot better now than it was 20-some plus years ago when they had the original one.
All right.
And I want a show similar to that back that has nothing to do with IP, that has to do with unity, that brings all the countries together under one.
Like it was.
And you need a good score, not like what you have at Starlight. You need a good score that just grabs the people's attention. It hits the emotions, it pulls your heartstrings, and you walk out of the park singing it while you're wiping away the tears still in your eyes.
You should see the look on his face right now because he is very intent. Now, did you think about this ahead of time, or is this
did.
Okay? So
You forgot, but I was writing the outline, and I started thinking about the 5. I don't know if I have all 5 in my head right now, but I easily can come up with 5 because EPCOT is probably tied in my book as far as Animal Kingdom, as far as parks I like. Because Animal Kingdom I like, they just don't have a lot to do.
Right.
EPCOT, I absolutely get tired of going there because there's
we go there a lot,
a
though.
lot of media stuff that happens there. But I'm so sick of EPCOT. I can't scream. Just because
We haven't gone in a while because Scott is not. He got burnt out. Let's say burnt out.
Okay, you can say burnt out, but I just wish it was more of Walt's vision.
Well, it hasn't been Walt's vision for a long time.
Never has been Walt's vision.
No, I mean, even if he tried to keep it educational or different things. Yeah, I can understand why you feel that way to a point, because I get burnt out too.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Some of my favorite food options are inside EPCOT, so I have to go there for those.
And we love Festival of the Holidays.
Love the Festival of the Holidays. Love Viennapoli. I just wish there was an easier way for me to go to either of those places.
All right.
Okay, so that's my first one is new nighttime show, Illuminations 2.0.
Okay, I'm going to do a total Petty Betty one.
Okay.
I'll save something bigger for later.
Okay.
Here's what I want. Ready for it?
I'm waiting.
I want the food at Epcot, which I usually like or used to, by the way, for them to stop, and I'm going to get mad, just like you did.
See, you said I was getting mean, but look at you about to...
Stop using crappy, fatty, dark meat chicken in all your stuff and go back to white meat chicken. Because those of us who do not want fatty, dark meat, I don't care if you bread it, put sweet and sour sauce on it, I don't care. Because you know what? As soon as you take a bite and it is gummy and you look at it and it's all veiny and dark and then you want to vomit right there on the spot. Yeah, not a thing. And I have had a hard time, Picky Eaters Unite, that there's no reason that they have to be that cheap with some of their dishes. Now, mind you, chicken tenders, chicken whatever. Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when the specialty stuff. Because you know what? I would like to go to the booth as well. I would like to go to the walk up and China and not play chicken roulette with what I just ordered. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be gross? Is it a mixed bag? No. But over in Japan, their walk up, you can get teriyaki chicken. That's the real deal chicken.
Says it's chicken breast. Yeah.
Yeah. So why? And if you go to the expensive restaurants, it's that way. But even, did you notice? So it's gotten so bad that every time we order food or whatever, I ask if the chicken is dark meat.
Sometimes they don't know.
Sometimes they don't know. But yeah, so for those of us who aren't into nasty, fatty, dark, don't do that, Disney. Come on. Like, you do better. I mean, especially a place like Epcot that is known for all their foods. Yeah, let's not skimp on the food.
Okay.
I got just as impassioned about the chicken.
You were kind of giving me the eyeball about my Illuminations 2.0.
Because it makes me so mad because I want to eat too. You know what? Sometimes I'm hungry and sometimes I want some sweet and sour chicken and some rice. Or I want to go have a dish that I haven't tried before. And then when I buy it, it's too expensive to throw it away.
Right.
So, yeah, do better.
Do better, Disney. Okay, my next one. I am going to sign a contract.
Oh, no.
Because Future World needs to become the future and not the past. And
what?
Future World is not future.
I don't even think it's called Future World anymore.
I don't know what it's called, the World Celebration, whatever they call it, but they need to have it still needs to be what it was. And it needs to be innovations for the future. You still got Test Track over there, which is supposed to be the future of automotive and stuff like that. I would partner, instead of Chevy, Chrysler, or Ford, I would either talk to Elon Musk or Apple and bring one of them in there and let them create the world of tomorrow.
That would be cool.
Because they would actually do it, and if they're sponsoring it, they're going to make sure it's updated. Apple changed the world with the iPhone, with the iPad, with the MacBook.
With all the stuff that they do, and Elon is SpaceLink.
Space and Tesla and everything Elon's done, regardless if you like the guy or not, the guy's amazing with what he's invented. And he is the modern-day Iron Man. Honestly, he's a billionaire who can invent technology that we never even dreamt of.
This is true. Now, if you look at it just from that standpoint of smarts,
yes,
and the creative ability to come up with cool stuff, and like you said, Apple is everywhere. But yeah, something like that. I guess I can get behind that.
Can you imagine what the Wi-Fi signal would feel like in there?
Oh my God, get Apple as a sponsor so that we all have real Wi-Fi.
Oh my God.
I don't know how many times I've been trying to work and lose my Wi-Fi, and I'm ready to throw my phone.
I can't check my email when I'm in the parks for some reason. It won't let my email load for some reason when we're in the parks and I'm on the Wi-Fi. If I go off the Wi-Fi, it works fine.
Okay then.
So that is something I would change. I would want one of those sponsors, a future sponsor, to actually do a future area that would be blown out of this world.
All right, I guess that's fair. I mean, you know what? This was supposed to not sound super negative, but right now we're all like blah.
Yeah, they're fine.
Okay, my turn.
Yep, number 2.
I would rip out Mission Space.
Really?
Mission Space is a puke fest over there.
Oh my God, you used vomit in the first one, and now you're puking in the second one.
Okay.
I can't wait to hear what the third one is.
Okay, here's why. It's claustrophobic in there.
Yes.
It is very like mess with your equilibrium and your wits about you. Now, mind you, there's the quote unquote easy version and the harder version. I never, ever, ever see a huge line of people going in there. It's a throwaway ride right now. And a lot of times I've done it, you've done it. I've heard other kids, Mom and Dad, can we go on Mission Space? Go ahead, we'll wait for you out here.
I don't think I've rode that since the first year we lived here.
I can't. And, you know, I have anxiety. It is too closed in. I get woozy.
Mm-hmm.
There's not enough Dramamine in there to put me in there. Dramamine or Xanax. There's just not enough.
That would be a perfect thing for Elon Musk to come in and change it to his rockets.
Okay, well, all right. Whatever. This is my turn.
I know, I was just saying it'd be a way to...
We're not on your turn. We're
Okay,
mine.
I'm sorry.
All right? So, they need to get rid of it.
Okay.
And I feel like that corner could be used for something way more updated. That has been there forever since our kids were small.
Because it was other things before that.
Yeah, and you know what? Even like there isn't many things that our kids won't ride or go on, and they didn't even want to go on it anymore. And actually, when Aiden was little, he just went. Remember, there was a playscape at the end. He wanted to go play with the stuff. It had really not much to do with the ride, but I mean, how many times did we were like, "Go ahead."
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you go.
we didn't want to ride it. At all.
No. So Mission Space needs to be transformed into something much better than what's there.
Okay, my number 3. So what is that new thing they built that everybody thinks is going to be the new festival center? What's it called?
Communicore Hall.
I'm going to come in like a wrecking ball and take that thing out of the commission, and then I'm going to go over to the actual festival center, which we had for years, and update it.
Yeah, okay, so I have to say Communicore Hall has been a huge disappointment, and it's not a disappointment from just us. It is like a community-wide disappointment.
One time, there was something in there I was actually interested in, and it was when they did the Broadway. They brought
Right,
some costumes and stuff from Broadway, which was really cool to see.
They filled it.
Yes.
And you know, that place, okay, so if you look at concept art for Communicore Hall, it is nothing like what it turned out to be.
No.
A lot of people think it looks like a sterile cafeteria.
Yes.
And it's such a large space to where you have to, like, okay, what they did the Broadway, they filled it. Now, for the summer thing, they had a DJ in the middle, and there still was a lot of space. Last Christmas, they had a gingerbread spaceship Earth, but there was still a ton of space. They need to make it someplace that, you know, is a little more interesting.
Right.
I don't know. I agree with you, though.
Okay. Well, now what's your third one?
Okay. I'm going to say the area where they got rid of a Fountain of Nations, and there's that big planter, and Walt looking out at a planter. Now, I think that the concept art for that was amazing.
Wasn't he more on like a...
Supposed to be like a pedestal looking over. Yeah, so the concept art of what that whole revamp was supposed to be and what it turned into are nothing the same. And I think that that is why people are a little disgruntled, because of the fact that it was so far off from what they said. Now, mind you, a lot of these announcements came before COVID, and I know budget cuts and, whatever else. But I miss the fountain.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was beautiful. They got nothing going on there. It doesn't matter how many plants you put over there. It's not the same. And I've even noticed, which is sad to me, less people going to sit by Walt now. like the hype has worn off. Like if you go to Magic Kingdom, people are like chomping at the bit to take a picture with the partner statue.
Or even Roy and Minnie's statues.
Yeah, but this one, because of where it's at, and a lot of people, if you enter the park and you just keep walking, you will miss it. If you don't know where he's at, you'll miss it.
Yeah, you'll
So
see him on the way out.
sure, if you're looking that way.
Yeah.
But if you go to stop at a Starbucks or if you walk through the store, you're not going to catch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would put back Fountain of Nations.
Okay, I agree with that one. That's a good one.
Okay.
So speaking of announcements before COVID that didn't come through, I am making the Mary Poppins attraction in the UK.
Cherry Tree Lane, it was supposed to be, and it never came to be.
And it needs to.
It'd be awesome.
The concept art and everything. I don't technically love IPs all over World Showcase. I really don't, that there's IPs in every country now, but I understand the business reasoning behind it, so I can be on board because it's to get the families to go back there, because really, honestly, the old Epcot, there was nothing really for kids in the World Showcase.
No, it was totally the adult part, and then the other side where Interventions was and all that.
Yeah. So, but I honestly think that the Mary Poppins attraction that was going to be built back there needs to happen and revamp that whole little garden area back there to be that. I think that would be phenomenal.
You kind of took one of mine because I was going to
Sorry.
say the same. No, you don't have to be sorry.
Okay, well, it can be your fourth one, too.
Okay, I'm going to double down on Mary Poppins.
Okay, there we go. That was a quick one for you. My last one.
Oh, boy.
I never got to see it firsthand. But Tapestry needs a revamp and to be brought back. To have the parade that walks around World Showcase. Is that your other one, too?
Yeah.
A parade of some sort?
No, Tapestry of Dreams, Tapestry of Nations. Even if they brought it back a limited time to walk around World Showcase, I think it would be something that would be amazing for a new generation to see it.
I agree. I've watched video of it. The music, I still to this day love that music. Listening to it. I used to love leaving after Illuminations and hearing that music on the way out. And that's the only way. That's how I learned about it. And then you taught me, or you showed me pictures and stuff like that of when you've seen it. And then I just love the music from that parade. So I think something like that should be done again. Epcot needs something. Right now, it is like the world. It is all ununited. None of that flows, and I think they need to get back to what the World Showcase was, where it brought people together rather than keeping them separate.
I'm going to agree because, and then we can go back to your whole thought with Illuminations. And again, we've talked about this probably ad nauseum because we both feel the same. But the way that Illuminations was like an original score, it told a story about, it was the music got you. And it was about unity. And in my opinion, I'm not going to go off on a rant, but our world is so divided. And I'm not saying a new show over at Epcot is going to, bring everybody together. But what I'm saying is that even for just that moment, you kind of remember what life is supposed to be about.
Right.
And about helping other people regardless of their background or where they come from, or just being kind and understanding. And people have forgotten that. And I think that is one thing that Epcot really had the market on, that special feeling and reminders.
Yes.
Now they have so many IPs everywhere, and like you said, it's very hodgepodgey. It is. It doesn't have that same kind of flow. And also, do you remember? Even when we moved here, let's even go back just to there. When we moved here, it was still, you'd go around the countries, and it was educational, but not boring educational.
Correct.
Like you could go into, let's say Norway and, learn something. They have the food. They have Maelstrom. You could go to the countries and shop their things.
Right. That stuff was unique to that country because
it was unique.
They brought actually some vendors from that country and they've done that still a little bit.
They still do, but I think having the different movies creep in, has kind of taken away from that. Now, I understand from a business standpoint why.
Right.
Because they want kids to have something to relate to, like,
get
oh my gosh, I want to go on the Frozen ride, or oh, I want a picture taken with Mulan in China, or I want to, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Japan really hasn't been tarnished yet,
No. I I
but
I don't have a problem with each country having an IP. Just don't
yeah,
oversaturate it. Like Norway is so Frozen.
it's so Frozen.
And it's like, come on.
It
And
is
they actually built a whole. They took where another country could have went, and they turned that into doubling the size of Norway.
another meet and
And
greet.
have a meet and greet with the sisters, and it's like, I get it, but it's like you're at least give us some of the stuff we had. Give us the nighttime show we had. Give us the parade we had. They had nothing to do with the IPs, but yet unity. Because I really think I'm not, and I agree with you. Disney is not going to solve the world's problems by doing these things. However, Disney could set a standard.
Like they used to, and there is nothing wrong with going back somewhat to the way things were, but not lose the technology of it all, not
Right.
lose the updating of it all. And I really think, I'm going to throw just an opinion out there. I think a huge reason that I can't even think of the name of the show right now. The one with all the fountains and the barges.
The one that's there now,
No, the one before it.
was that Harmonious?
Harmonious. I feel like it was so heavy IP wise with the projections and everything.
It was cool.
It was super cool, but it also didn't have those feelings. Now the new one that they have, it's not so flashy with the projections and all that stuff. So it is a little bit more on track, but it's still nothing like Illuminations.
And if you think about it, Luminous is the third show since Illuminations ended.
Yeah, and they can't seem to get it right.
They can't seem to get it right to where they're. When I first saw Epcot Forever, I was like, okay, but we knew it was temporary.
It was just kites going back and forth. But
And then
anyway,
we got Harmonious, and I'm like, okay. I mean, it was okay, but it was still not what I.
you didn't like it. I thought it was okay, but then when you started pointing out how important the message was for Illuminations, I could see. And I just think that that's, because we agreed on the last two. I just want to close out this segment by saying not all change is good. I mean, you can update something without completely changing it.
Right.
And I always liked, and what's weird is like we talk about Japan, but that's the kids' favorite country next to Italy.
Right.
Now, Italy is another one that's not really tainted with characters
Because
and
there's
such.
not an Italian princess.
There ought to be. I'll volunteer as tribute.
No, I fully agree with you. I think they could do. Luminous does have some parts that do pull at the heartstring. If you really listen to.
Oh,
some of the
good
songs
Lord,
and the
Jesse's
words.
song. I'm gonna just jump in the water.
However, I still would rather see the old type of message.
Yeah, same.
That's all I'm saying. I liked the way it was, and I get it. Younger Imagineers come in. They think they have a whole new plan. Let's do it this way because it's for the younger generation, but they're forgetting the older generations are still around and still spending a lot of money at their parks. And
Yes.
when people are running out of the park before the nighttime show, that says something about the show.
It really does. And when you don't hear anything about certain things anymore, or in some case that you never do, Magic Kingdom nighttime show parade.
But think about 4th of July. We were there on 4th of July at Epcot. And instead of watching the fireworks show and the show me and you went to get our picture taken in front of Spaceship Earth, which had a huge line, mind you, because the way Spaceship
The
Earth
red,
was
white,
set
and
up,
blue, yeah.
But most people are like, "Oh no, I have to see the 4th of July fireworks," and it's like a lot of people were in line to get their picture taken in front
And
of.
a lot of people were leaving.
And then they left. They took their picture and they got out of the parking lot before the show ended, so they didn't have to deal with all the extra traffic.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is I'm not trying to rip Disney to shreds because I do believe a lot of the stuff that they do and are doing are great. They're going to be, I mean, like I love Guardians of the Galaxy, There are certain things that they are doing that I think are fantastic, but I just wish that there was a way that they could kind of keep the heart of things there, the meaning behind some things instead of completely changing everything.
Right. Yeah, I fully agree with you. So that was a good discussion. I like that.
But we agree on a lot of stuff.
We do agree.
Except I was very made a very passionate speech about the chicken.
It's all about the chicken. Okay, if you're gonna be that passionate about chicken, then they got to bring Heinz ketchup everywhere.
Okay, I will agree with you about the freaking ketchup. You know what? Oh my God. Yes, Scott, there needs to be Heinz ketchup. I think you say it almost every week. You put it on your Facebook page. I mean, there are some people out there that almost wait to hear the Heinz ketchup thing because they know it's coming. So why don't we just across the board, Scott Atwood needs Heinz ketchup at every walk up, everywhere.
Come on, Heinz. Heinz needs to do better.
Okay, don't start.
Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, so this week we don't have a question for either one of us. Actually, not one that we're going to ask. But instead,
one we're going to ask.
Not this week. We might save it for next week, depending on if it works for next week's topic. But instead of that, you came up with the idea. Let's talk about some of Disney's haunted history in honor of Halloween.
Okay. So yes, being that we are on our last leg of Halloween, I thought it would be kind of fun to talk about some of the things. And I did the old Google search on Disney haunted history. Okay. And I wanted to share a little bit of what I came up with.
Okay.
Now, okay, so please let me put a disclaimer before I proceed. This is folklore. It is what people said that traveled, by word of mouth.
Right.
Some of it could be very true. Some of it might not be true, but we're just going to go with being that it's Halloween. I'm going to give you the information I found, and you can decide if it's fact or fiction.
Have fun with it.
What do you mean?
Well, no, I'm saying they don't have to.
Oh, I thought you want me to have fun with it.
No, I'm saying, okay. I'm saying everybody don't get so strung up on, oh my God, that's fake. Just have fun with what they've come up with, because somebody actually thought about this stuff to come up with it. And over time, I'm sure the original story is nowhere near what the story is today.
All right. So, some of these I've heard, and some of these that probably y'all have heard.
Okay.
But I'm going to say it anyway. All right. We're going to start with Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
And no, it is not Walt's head underneath it. That is not true. Let's put that to rest right now. Walt Disney is not cryogenically frozen under Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, he's in the moon in Spaceship Earth at the end there.
I'm sure that's him. So it says Pirates of the Caribbean. The ghost of a welder named George is said to haunt this ride, often causing malfunctions or being spotted in the burning city scene where he allegedly died during construction. Now, to add to this, I've also heard that cast members have to say goodnight, George, at the end of the night, or
good morning and good night,
or the ride will not function properly.
Correct.
Now, again, this is all hearsay, but it's Halloween. Enjoy.
I've actually heard the same story, though. Multiple people have said that it's become a tradition that they have to say goodnight and good morning to George. Otherwise, the ride doesn't work that day. All
right, so better say that. Okay, so this one I think everybody knows. Haunted Mansion. This attraction is central to Disney's haunted lore. I love the word lore. Some believe it is home to human ashes scattered by visitors. Now, I'm going to say that this is not fiction.
We know for a fact it's not fiction because somebody who's on Disney admitted that she did it.
She wrote it in her book, Whoopi Goldberg.
She wrote it in her book.
And there's a lot of times, like if I've spoken to cast members past, and read other people's accounts, and they will tell you, so cast members are trying to reel it down for you as far as don't do this. First of all, it's a hazard. Second of all, your loved one is going to get vacuumed up. And
then they're just going to get thrown away.
Right. So it's not a good idea to do that. But I know for a fact it's something that has happened over the years that people try to sneak ashes into the mansion.
They do. And you need to realize that the mansion, everything in there is fake, including the cobwebs, including the dust, including all that stuff. So if anything doesn't fit into that, it's going to get cleaned up when they clean the ride.
And they do clean the ride every night because people are animals and dump like water bottles and pretzel wrappers next to where you get onto the dune buggy. Shame on you if that's you, by the way.
Yeah.
But they do have to clean attractions. So, don't put grandma in the mansion.
No.
Because she's going to end up in a Hoover.
Yep. Exactly. No, that's it. And I've heard that more
Or a Dyson.
often that people have done that. And the only person I ever heard admit it openly was Whoopi Goldberg when she admitted that. I wasn't gonna say name, but since you dropped the name, I can go
Yeah,
ahead
and
say
she
it.
openly admitted it, and it caused a big frenzy.
Well, yeah, because they say they could get
You're not supposed to do
You're
that.
not supposed to do it. It says don't do it.
America Sings.
Yes.
Next. A cast member named Deborah Stone was killed in a tragic accident involving the rotating walls of this attraction. She is said to still roam the area, sometimes warning others with phantom sounds. Now, I thought this was Carousel of Progress.
Carousel of Progress, I've heard the story of Carousel where somebody was crushed while the walls
wall.
were turning, and the wall basically crushed them to death. Now, I've heard that is true.
I've heard that. No, okay, so that I know my history.
America Sings, though, we've been backstage at America Sings. They took us backstage.
It is creepy back there.
It is creepy back there, and it's a lot of sets that are moving and stuff. They lift up, and they go back down like an elevator. All the different. There's 10 sets.
Yes.
But it doesn't. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or if somebody took the carousel and changed it up to America Sings. I don't know.
I don't know, but I know the one that passed away sadly was 18 years old, and it was Carousel of Progress.
Mm-hmm.
And it broke my heart because that's someone's child, and it's one of those things, as a mom, all that stuff completely breaks my heart. But I don't know for sure, but according to the almighty Google, this says America Sings.
Okay.
Now, if you guys, but I do believe it's Carousel of Progress too.
Unless it's both.
It could be both. Accidents happen.
Yep.
But yeah, if you guys have anything to add, email us because I would love to know. Okay, now this one is all over the place when I looked. Space Mountain. A legend of a Mr. One Way tells of a ghost who appears in an empty seat for single riders but vanishes before the ride ends.
Oh, interesting.
Right. Okay, so I actually clicked on this one before we started recording, and this one is not super familiar to me.
I've never heard of this one.
No, but if you go on like Reddit, there's all kinds of stories of this Mr. One Way.
Interesting.
Yeah. And you know what? I'll tell you what. You know how like going on Space Mountain and you go around the corner and you see yourselves in the mirror?
Yes.
And if there's something in that mirror, oh my gosh, get me out of there.
Yeah, because it would be like Haunted Mansion where they
Get me
put
out.
the ghosts in there.
Oh my God, get me out. I just
want to get out.
Oh my God. I probably would be trying to get out my harness. Like, I know. But... And even as a joke, Disney, don't do that.
Oh my God, that'd be the best.
Because a lot of people believe that this is a legit thing, and I had to go look into it to see that.
Interesting. I kind of like that story. I kind of want to read more about that one now.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of information out there. So, the haunted hotel, the Disneyland Hotel, is rumored to be haunted, adding to the park's spooky reputation.
I could believe that with how old it is. I could believe it could be haunted if you believe in that thing.
Yes. So let's see what else. Okay, accidental deaths. These are other legends.
Okay.
Right? Other tragic deaths have contributed to the ghostly tales, including a boy struck by the monorail and another one who drowned after trying to swim in the park's waterways.
Oh wow.
Now, I don't know anything about this. I'm reading to you what was there. I've never heard of these.
The only one I've ever heard of is when the water park was over at Discovery Island.
Yeah.
That there was an amoeba. Is that how you say that? Amoeba? That somebody
Brain-eating amoeba.
That somebody contracted, and that's why they ended up having to close the island because the water had that in it. That's the only one I've heard about, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, cast member experiences. Many ghost stories have come from cast members, some of whom report seeing figures or feeling a presence on rides and inside the park.
Interesting.
Okay, respect for ghosts. We already talked about that. Urban legends. Some legends, like the use of real human skeletons in the construction of Pirates of the Caribbean, remain unsubstantiated but are part of the park's lore. Now, on that one, I thought it was pretty much known that the one skull in Pirates at Disneyland is a human skull.
The one that's in the headboard when you get Ponce de Leon's section.
Yes.
That the head that's in the headboard, because it was cheaper to buy a cadaver than it was to have a skeleton made at the time.
That's gross. All right, so I'm trying to read if there was anything else. So it says that, okay, so, look what I just found. I didn't read it, so if it goes sideways of what the person's saying, I'm going to stop the sentence.
Okay.
Okay, so they were talking about this is on a message board,
Okay.
and it said about like creepy stuff at night. All right, as far as Main Street, after hours, blah blah blah. People said they've heard some wild stories. Okay, and this person says, "I bet I'm a night janitor." At a college, and sometimes you can hear some pretty wild stuff. I've also worked at Disneyland and have felt the same.
Oh.
Yes. So, I mean, but you ever okay, so we're going to close this out. But I don't know about you, but I know because I'm that person that I'm very sensitive to things. I would probably feel some sort of way. Like I've told you before, I would not want to ride the Haunted Mansion by myself. It would scare me.
Right.
And because I would be thinking about all the stories and the ashes and the whatever else that would scare me. I also feel like walking through a park at night all by myself. I would feel extra, I'm going to use the word again, sensitive to my surroundings. Did I hear something? Did I see something? And I think, okay, so there's been some tragedies at Disney in the past few weeks.
Unfortunately.
And, things happen everywhere.
Right.
And, yes, people can pass away at theme parks, at vacation spots. Just because you're on vacation doesn't mean that these things don't happen.
Right.
So, of course, if you are that type of person that believes in an afterlife or what could possibly happen in said afterlife, and there are a lot of people that do believe in hauntings.
Yes.
So, yeah, I guess it could be possible. I'm not one to completely say all this stuff is a bunch of hooey because I've had things happen in my life that scared the crap out of me that I can't explain.
Well, I was going to add, we actually had an experience at Disney. We did.
We did?
We did. And it was based on one of our tragedies. There's a Mother's Day.
Y'all.
And we've posted the picture. The picture we had it was a photo pass photo taking, and they take a couple, and they took one, and there was an orb on me, and then the next picture, the orb is moved.
On Aiden.
It's on Aiden, and
it's this big glow.
It is, and
it's not a dust particle. It looks like almost like a bubble, like a shiny bubble.
And this happened after one of the losses we had.
This was after our first baby loss that this happened. And when I finally felt well enough to go to the park, we did. And this was Mother's Day around, and I had just lost the baby a few weeks before that.
Right.
And when we were leaving, I said, because the boys, the boys, and I had said, is it too much to ask to have a family picture with my children in it?
And then that happened.
And then this happened, and I could cry right now. That was, to me at the time,
comforting.
It was a gift.
Yes.
I really think that people get God winks of, that God is telling you things are okay. And for me, again, just my belief system is that was something to comfort me.
Right.
And I said, I want a picture with all my kids. And I have a picture of the boys that night by themselves that I took with my phone, and there's something in between Andrew and Aiden. And I have these pictures. These are things that actually happened. And I'm just saying, I'm not God. I don't know. So, and these are all questions that hopefully we'll have the answers to one day. But in the meantime, it sure is fun to hear about urban legends and stories and different things and what's true and what's not. And anything like with an urban legend, which I'm going to talk about urban legends on my podcast on Thursday this week. I am.
Okay.
You can take urban legends come from a little tiny story that can snowball into so many big things.
People add things as they tell the
story. Of course. So like the Ghost and Pirates. Yeah. Okay. So that started somewhere. But this whole thing with Walt being frozen under the park and all that. I mean, I think some of that is like so silly, but you got people that believe it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not the diehard Disney fans. We're talking moderate Disney fans because I've seen comments on social media like, well, yeah, Walt's under there. No, he's not.
We were at a convention, not ours, but we've been at conventions where there's people who actually have a Walt costume of him in a cryogenic box that they walk around with.
Okay, well,
It's crazy that people would actually take the time to make something like that.
So Walt's frozen head was at one of ours.
Was it? Oh, it was.
The guy asked me if it was okay to bring it. It's Walt's head in a container, and I said yes. And I let him bring it. But it was more like that to me was like an art project. You know what I mean? The guy who made it was, kind of like known online. Walt's frozen head or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, he was at our show too the one time. But yeah, so I think, like I said, a lot of these things you take with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Is there some truth to them? Where they started from? I don't know.
Yeah, did they start out as somebody trying to scare somebody, or did they start out like a real experience that somebody? Because if you worked with, say, George on Pirates, if you were one of the construction workers building the Pirates ride, and this gentleman George passed away while working on it, fell or whatever it was that they said, because I think they said he fell and hit his head.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
If you were there, did it happen? And then I could see Disney telling the cast member, "Don't you share that story out in public. We don't want that to get out."
I have one more that I read, and I'm not going to read it to you because it was just one I read before we went on. And I didn't know this one, which surprised me. Okay, so everybody knows that Walt's light is on in his apartment at Disneyland.
Yes, never shuts off.
Right. But, so, now mind you, this is total story urban legend. Now, somebody somewhere said that the light was never on until one day it turned on by itself.
It's never turned off.
And it's never turned off.
The bulb never burnt out.
The bulb is never burnt.
See, I think now it's an LED light that lasts like 50 years.
It totally could be.
But
they're saying that apparently it turns back on by itself. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm going to close on one thing, okay? I don't feel that Walt Disney, through his entire life, into building a place for families, into he had such dreams. I mean, Disneyland was a dream come true for him. Expanding to Walt Disney World was another thing that he was excited about when he passed, and to me, he passed too soon. So if God lets you go take a peek around, whatever, in my heart, because I feel his presence at Disneyland, I feel like Walt checks in on his park. I really do. You can think I'm crazy, but as a sensitive empath, when I go to Disneyland, please don't think I'm crazy, I feel emotional in certain spots, and it's something that I can't explain.
There's something about walking through Sleeping Beauty Castle and knowing Walt walked that path, or Walt could have sat on this bench, or Walt could have walked here, and that park, even though it's 2025, it still feels like 1955. It still feels like the way Walt wanted that park to feel, and that it's smaller for the people. It's nice, but you get a feeling that he is there somewhere in that park. And I don't know if it's
so much history there.
So much history. So many things were done.
So many things are the same.
Yeah. So many people have gone through that park coming out. And everybody tells us, everybody we know who goes to Disneyland, and we talk about that, they're like, it just feels different there.
It feels different.
It's not a theme park. We've been to a ton of theme parks in our lives. I have never had a feeling, even Walt Disney World, I've never had a feeling the way I do at Disneyland.
It's more than a theme park, because yes, it's a theme park, but it feels
it's a museum. Also.
There's more to it, and there's so much that is still original things that were there, like when back when Walt put everything together. And what's really cool, if you want to go back and look at photos of early days of Disneyland,
right,
you can see a lot of the things that are the same. I mean, sure, there's a lot of updating they did, repairs, new attractions, but there's so much there that you can feel the history to it. And I still feel like Walt checks in on his park.
I remember the first time you ever been to Disneyland, because I went when I was younger. But the first time we went there and we were leaving, we knew it was our last night at Disneyland, and we finished out at Disneyland Park, not California Adventure. We both walked out of there with tears in our eyes.
Oh, of course. And seeing the light on in Walt's apartment and leaving, and it smells different there. It feels different there.
And to this day, when we leave, that is the last thing we do. We walk through Walt's Park, we see the light, and then we leave.
That's right. We don't close out at California Adventure. We close
at Disneyland.
Yeah.
That's our last theme park experience every time we're in California.
Yes, and it's totally cool and totally worth it. And if you guys have any stories that you would like to share, feel free to email us, because I find this stuff absolutely fascinating if you hadn't picked up on it.
No, I think these are great topics, and this isn't just a Halloween thing. This is something you can talk about any time of year. It's just interesting. As a Disney fan, these stories are great because when you hear them and then you go to the park, you're like, where? So, how many people are gonna
Where?
how many people are going to go through the burning scene now in Pirates looking to see if they can see George?
I don't know. I'll be looking.
Yeah, I mean, when you hear little things like that, you want to see it. If it exists, you really do want to see
And it's
it.
kind of the whole fun of it when it comes to, because Disney's not like a regular theme park, none of their parks. It's so much more than that. And then when you get little glimpses of what could be or the history or what could have happened, it just makes it all more like fun
It does.
and interesting.
It does. Now, I mean, it's sad that people have passed away at Disney.
Oh yeah, I'm
So
just
sad.
yeah, very.
But some of these urban legends, like you said, are like things that have happened and that they still are there. Their spirit is still there, and people talk about that. To me, I find
Yeah.
it fascinating. And if you believe or not, that's your choice. And nobody is wrong for believing how they believe, and nobody's right for believing how they believe. It's just what you feel.
I think people just like to speculate
It's
sometimes.
fun.
And it's fun to tell a story. Now, mind you, not human tragedy. I'm not talking about that. I'm
No.
talking about folklore.
Though they have to say goodnight to George, otherwise the ride's not
like,
going to work
is
the
that
next.
true?
That's just cool to think about. Okay, so if it's true, he's here keeping that ride from running, and that's why it's a 70-minute wait because it was broke down for 3 hours because
Somebody didn't say
Yes.
it, right? But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the Halloween chat. I just found it interesting and maybe something different from what we usually talk about.
Mhm.
And I think it's fun to talk about, topics that are not the regular.
Oh, I fully agree. And next week it's all Christmas is on. So
Yeah, enjoy, because it's going to be all jingle bells up in here next week.
Michelle skips over Thanksgiving. She just
No. I celebrate Thanksgiving. So November 1st till Thanksgiving Day is Christmas. I
Okay.
celebrate Thanksgiving. The day after Thanksgiving, we're back to Christmas.
I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I celebrate the Lions playing on that Thursday.
All right.
That's my thing.
All right.
Okay. So normally we would have done a question for Michelle or myself as of last week. Now I get questions. But if you'd like to send us a question to ask the other one on the air, you can email either one of us. You can email me, Scott at themainstreetmouse.com, or Michelle at themainstreetmouse.com, and put a question in there, and we will ask it to the other one of us while we're on the air here. We don't edit that out. It's really our reaction.
If you can't tell, none of this is planned ahead of time.
The only thing we put down is kind of a rough outline, and we put the news stories down.
And you are the one who reads it. I don't see what's on the computer. So I go into this riding blind every week, if you can't tell.
And you do pretty good.
I try.
If you would like to submit a question or show idea to Michelle's Daydream Believing podcast, you can email her about that at Michelle at themainstreetmouse.com. That show comes out on Thursday evenings. And she's always up for a question if you have, a topic you have, or anything about the show discussion. You can send it to her and she will bring it up on a future show. And again, if you have any questions for me or Michelle, you can email us. Again, mine is Scott at themainstreetmouse.com. Hers is Michelle at themainstreetmouse.com. And it's Michelle with one L, not two, or your email won't go through. I'm just going through our sponsors really quick. Our official travel partner of the Main Street Mouse is MEI Mouse Fan Travel. They can help you with any vacation you have planned, whether it be Disneyland, Disney World, or any of the international parks. They can also help you with a Royal Caribbean cruise or just a Universal trip. Whatever you want to do, these are the people to reach out to. So click any of their banners on our website. That will bring you to their website. Fill out a small form there, and one of their great travel advisors will reach out to you, and they will help you plan the perfect trip. And the best part of it, the services are free for you. It doesn't cost you a dime extra to do that. They take care of all the legwork, and you just get to enjoy the vacation. Our official transportation partner, the Genie Transportation Services, they will make your Orlando trip effortless. You can enjoy safe, reliable rides from the airport to your hotel, port, or night out, all with upfront pricing and no hidden fees. Traveling with your kids, they have complimentary sanitized car seats available. Choose Genie for all your Central Florida transportation needs. You can reach thegenieorlando.com. And last but not least, the official scooter and stroller partner of the Main Street Mouse is Kingdom Strollers. They can help you with any rental you need. They deliver it to wherever you're staying. They pick it up at the beginning. And again, they've been with us since day one practically, and they are fantastic. You can reach them, kingdomstrollers.com. Any one of these, once you're talking to somebody at any one of these sponsors of ours, please let them know you heard about them on the Main Street Mouse, just so they know where you're coming from and they can take care of you. I'm done talking. That's a lot. My mouth and everything is sore.
You're just tired, yeah.
I'm just tired from talking. So I'm going to let Michelle close out the show. Thanks, guys, for listening.
Okay, don't forget lostprincessapparel.com for your theme park outfits, or if you just want to feel magical at home, lostprincessapparel.com. We got a lot of cute stuff. So, yeah, happy Halloween, everyone. I hope you have a very safe, fun, and happy weekend. But yeah, be safe, okay? And on that note, I hope you have a wonderful, magical, fantastic week ahead, and we will see you real soon.
Our trip around the Magic Kingdom is almost complete. I can't thank you enough for spending part of your day with me. And I hope you've enjoyed your journey as much as I've appreciated being a part of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please gather your belongings, watch your head and step as you exit, and take small children by the hand.
On behalf of our entire flight crew, thanks for soaring with us.
Now I will raise the safety bar, and a ghost will follow you home.
Some imagination, huh?